Happy birthday, Sagittarius, my fellow Sagittarians. And everyone, welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, November 28th through Sunday, December 4th. Okay, before I begin, I would like to thank all of you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, and any donations that you make. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and click on the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. There's also links below in the description box. One is to my website if you would like more information on charts, services that I offer. There's also a link to my email address, which is easier to just email me and ask me whatever it is you would like to know. But there's also a link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. Okay, so for this week, on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius. On Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius opposes Mars in Gemini. On Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius sextiles Saturn in Aquarius. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius opposes Mars in Gemini. On Friday, December 2nd, Mercury in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces, and on the same day, Venus in Sagittarius sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, and on Sunday, December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. So we have a lot of aspects this week, major aspects. So anyways, off to your forecast. Hi, Virgo. So for you on, let's see here, Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your 10th house, trine Saturn, transiting in your 6th house of Aquarius. So very nice, your 10th house of your career and your social standing, your reputation professionally and personally. And with Mars being retrograde in your 10th house there, okay, of career, and then very nice trine to Saturn in your 6th house of the workplace. Okay, the kind of work that you do, I'd have to say maybe a past position, a previous employer, or a position that you were interested in, or even a job that you've already done and completed, you know. Somebody could be contacting you and regarding past work that you've done, you know, to see if you're available again, or I don't know, even just ask you questions about it. But you know, your reputation or your whatever, you're like in the public eye, you know what I mean? So and with this being retrograde, Mars being retrograde, someone who possibly didn't have you in mind previously is now like retracing their steps and going back to and thinking, oh, that's right, you know. You didn't come to mind at first when they were thinking of you for a certain position, but now you are. Okay, looks like something like that, or your reputation is preceding you and giving you like more work. You know, if that's what you were looking for, it's giving you more work. Okay. On Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 4th house opposes Mars in Gemini in your 10th house. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your 4th house also opposes Mars in your 10th house, okay, of Gemini. So we've got planets in Sagittarius in your 4th house of your personal life in your home life, your family, but it's where you physically live and the people you live with. It's also your past, okay, and your childhood, whatever. Anyways, it's in opposition to your 10th house, okay, of your career, right? So this opposition from Mercury to Mars is really kind of a verbal argument of some kind, or really putting someone in their place, okay? You know, somebody could even just say something about you on like social media. You know, it doesn't have to be like that. That's public. You know what I mean? Your 10th house is public, you know, so and unless, you know, you've recently done an interview or people actually do write about you in like a magazine or newspapers or something like that, is something that could just come out in social media where someone says something about you or your family that you don't care for, you know, and you really just like put them in their place, okay? And Venus comes along just 2 days later with the opposition to Mars that really smooths over anything that may make you appear to be like the bad guy, even though you're not the one that really more than likely said anything. This could also be, though, your employer or a higher up just like really pulling you away from your family and expecting you to put your job first and them second. And there could be something going on in your personal life that's far more important than any stupid job, you know what I mean? And you could really be telling them, you know, putting your foot down, saying, I can't, you know, no, I can't do this. I can't be there this day, or why can't so-and-so do it, you know, whatever. You're really, you are putting someone in their place, even though they're not going to like it, and it may, you know, it may leave a bad taste in your mouth and even theirs. But so what? Who cares? You know, now they know never to do that again, right? On Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 4th house, sextiles Saturn in your 6th house of Aquarius. And on Friday, December 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius in your 4th house, also sextiles Saturn in your 6th house of Aquarius. So we're back to the workplace again with these very nice sextiles. So it looks like everything's like, you know, cool, whatever, you know, sextiles from your personal life to the workplace means that things are going well there, okay? Having Saturn in the 6th house is hard enough as it is, right? With work, you know, that you're being overburdened with a lot of work, or there's a coworker there that's a pain in the ass, or a boss, or there's something about the job that's very makes it hard to do or hard to get to, or something, you know, something about it, okay? So this is some kind of help, possibly, that someone's giving you as far as your job goes, or anything in your life. You know, 6th house is also your regular daily schedule in your life, you know, so somebody could be helping you, a family member possibly, with you know, getting to wherever it is that you need to get to. If it's a job, that's one thing, or anywhere. On let's see here, also on Friday, December 2nd, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 4th house squares Neptune in Pisces in your 7th, and on December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 4th house also squares Neptune and Pisces in your 7th house. So, you know, Pisces is your opposite sign. Your 7th house is your close relationships, your partnerships, and Jupiter's back in this area. So things should be going, you know, nicely, whatever. It's just a square from your personal life and your home life to your close relationships in your 7th house. So it just maybe might be where, let's say, this is partnerships, business, or romantic, or even like just a friend, okay, that, I don't know, maybe they, if it's romantic, they could have something about, let's say, the holidays coming up and wanting to meet your family, or spending the holidays with your family, or vice versa, you spending time with their family, and maybe you're not able to do that. Just a little bit of maybe of a problem with who's going to do what, possibly, you know, for holidays or for whatever reason, you know, but it could be a little bit of a conflict between your personal life and your family, and whatever it is someone wants you to do, you know, maybe you're not sure if you're up for it, or even if, you know, if you feel like it. Okay, so for Leo, On Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your, let's see here, 11th house. Okay, trine Saturn transiting in your 7th house of Aquarius. So very nice, you know, having Mars in your 11th house of sociability, your friends, where you would go to hang out with them, any kind of organization that you belong to, but this is also socializing in person and online in social media. It's also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, so you're going after some kind of goal, or even if that goal is to just have fun, okay? Or, you know, join things. You'll be part of a group, or you know, just even networking, okay? Just meeting new people, wanting to meet new people and bring new people into your life. The trine to Saturn in your 7th house of close relationships means that maybe you are introducing a close friend or a romantic partner or even a business partner to your group of friends, or asking them to attend some kind of social event. Maybe you are actually doing something for work. It could be work related. It could even be the Christmas party, something like that, you know, some kind of holiday party or whatever, but it's something that goes well, okay? On Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 5th house opposes Mars in Gemini in your 11th house. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your 5th house also opposes Mars in your 11th house of Gemini. So, you know, these planets in Sagittarius in your 5th house of fun and parties, okay? Very festive time of year for you. This is when you feel like actually getting out and like seeing people, or maybe even throwing a party yourself, but doing like holiday-ish kind of festive things, okay? Now, Mercury opposing Mars in your 11th house of your friends and whatever, you know, I'd have to say this is, first of all, the aspect itself means that, you know, you're really feeling like telling people exactly how you feel about them, about anything, even if they don't ask, okay? Somebody could just irk you, you know, in your group of friends. And this also does not have to happen in person. This could be somebody on social media, okay? This could be socializing online, just somebody that maybe a group that you belong to, okay? That is probably always annoying, you know, but they're, on this day they're especially annoying. And they could say or do something that might not even pertain to you, but it could though, also. They could actually single you out in some way or other, just make some kind of comment that just rubs you the wrong way. And you really set them straight. You really, again, tell them exactly what it is that you think about them. Okay, by the time Thursday the 1st rolls around and there's that Venus opposed Mars, okay, things are like calm down a little bit. You know, usually when we have Venus opposed Mars, it's wanting attention from someone else. Okay, so because planets are in your 5th house of romance and whatever, there could be someone that you know socially, or that you've seen, that you've run into. It could be a new person. It could also be like someone from your past, an old flame or something or other, that you were trying to get their attention, and or vice versa, they were trying to get yours. And that's how maybe some of this even came out with that Mercury opposed Mars. You know, it could be something going on there. But the Venus opposed Mars is just really, you know, kind of smooths whatever over, but it is a way of trying to get attention, okay? On Wednesday, though, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 5th house, sextile Saturn in your 7th house of Aquarius, and on Friday, December 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius in your 5th house, also sextile Saturn in your 7th house. So these are very nice sextiles coming from your house of fun. Okay, Mercury and Venus, sextiling Saturn in your 7th house of close relationships, okay, which is making them stable, okay. There's something very nice and stable going on here as far as, you know, it could be a business partnership, a creative partnership, romantic, anything that you're doing with a friend, some kind of whatever. But it's something fun. It's something fun. It's almost like you're like taking stock in your close relationships and being thankful, more or less, that you have these people in your life. Okay. On Friday, December 2nd, also, okay, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 5th house squares Neptune in Pisces in your 8th house. And on Sunday, December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 5th house also squares Neptune in Pisces in your 8th house. So 8th house, you know, it's a money house. Jupiter's back here now, along with Neptune. You know, like they make you want to spend. That could be what's going on here, is maybe spending a little bit too much money, having fun, or spending credit cards, you know, living on your credit cards more or less, or just running them up. Could be for lots of reasons, not just like shopping for holidays, you know. You know, there could be actually just some stuff going on, like even socially, that you would like to do that you have to pay for. So that's something you have to think about. You just have to like what you're spending. Okay, how much, you have to figure out like a limit of some kind. Where does it end? Okay, how much you're going to spend and how much you're not going to spend. Okay, so for Aquarius, on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your 5th house, trine Saturn in your 1st house of Aquarius. Very nice trine coming from your 5th house of romance, fun, gambling, entertainment of any kind, games, sports, children, parties, all kinds of fun stuff, creativity. And it looks like whatever it is that you're doing, now that Mars has been here for a while, okay, now it's retrograde, possibly meaning that you're able to do something that you weren't able to do before. Maybe you had plans to attend or even throw a party or a reunion of some kind, get together, and you weren't able to do that. But now that Mars is retrograde, which usually brings delays, in this case, because it's been here for as long as it has been, I would have to say that it's giving you the okay to do something fun, okay, that you wanted to do. It's something that really is bringing out the best of your personality. When there's a trine to your 1st house of self, it brings out your good side, okay? And having Saturn in your 1st house right now just makes you kind of, I don't want to say stoic, you know, it doesn't make you the life of the party usually, but right now there's something that's bringing you out of your, I want to say shell. Normally you're not like that. That's having Saturn in your 1st house. It does make everything very serious. You take everything very seriously, and could be kind of very stern, you know, not wanting to do anything frivolous. And I think that all went out the window with this transit, okay? So anyways, on Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 11th house opposes Mars in Gemini in your 5th house. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your 11th house also opposes Mars in Gemini in your 5th house. So you have all these planets in your 11th house of like socializing and getting out there and seeing your friends and attending live events. You know, it could be holiday stuff, it could be even to just go see a live band or go to a bar or something, but and see your friends, socialize. You know, you want to see them in person or do stuff in person. But if you can't, it's also socializing online. It's social media also, okay? It's any kind of organization also that you belong to, and it's also your house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, okay? But it's basically like your friends, okay? Now, the oppositions to your 5th house of parties and fun and stuff like that and romance, you know, just means with that Mercury opposition, usually that's telling somebody off in a way, okay? It could be one of your friends. It could be somebody that you're even involved with creatively. You know, if you belong to a group, any kind of creative group, okay? There could be disagreements, obviously, that are changes that are being made within the group or the creative part of it that you don't care for, and you're going to tell them about it, right? Not really going to hold back. That's usually what this transit does, is it brings out you want to say exactly how you feel about this person or anybody, you know. So that's one thing, okay? This could happen like with a friend, or it could happen with a romantic interest, or it could even be something possibly coming out about your child. You know, somebody could say something to you that just rubs you the wrong way, and it could be about your child or even your family. You know, it's just like, where do they get off on saying, you know? And it could be somebody that just knows you socially. They don't even know you well enough to be saying anything to you to begin with, okay? And again, this could be on social media. It doesn't necessarily have to be within your group of friends or anything, okay? And of course, everybody knows on social media it's so hard to get into arguments with people, and people rarely say anything odd or whatever negative about other people, right? And I'm being sarcastic, obviously, okay? So it's like easily done, right? By the time December 1st rolls around and we've got this Venus opposed Mars, it's kind of like it's all blown over, okay? Usually, though, I do have to say, because we're dealing with the house of romance and stuff, and Venus and Mars are the romance planets, okay? The opposition usually means that you want someone's attention, okay? You want their affection, you want their attention, or vice versa. Someone wants yours, okay? This is in your romantic life, or your social life, or even on like social media, okay? It could be something like that. So on, let's see here, Wednesday, November 30th, okay, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 11th house, sextile Saturn in your first house in Aquarius, okay, and on Friday, December 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius in your 11th house, also sextile Saturn in your first house, okay, so these sextiles are coming from your 11th house of your friends, okay, to your first house of personality, which is, they're enhancing your personality. They're helping to bring you out, like, more or less. They're celebrating you, like, in a way. You know what I mean? Like, people are glad to see you or hear from you or something or other. You're part of a group of people, and they're like I said, they're really bringing out the best part of your personality. Also on Friday, December 2nd, okay, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 11th house squares Neptune in Pisces in your second house. And on Sunday, December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 11th house also squares Neptune in Pisces in your second house of money. Okay, this is how you earn your money, earned income, your possessions, your values, your valuables. But here's the thing, you know, Jupiter's back here again, giving you this feeling of, I want to spend money. You know, making you really, you got the urge to spend money, okay? Sometimes, though, Jupiter does bring in money, even this short period of time that's going to be here. But sometimes, as soon as it comes in, it goes right back out again. So this could be something like that. You know, you could be, you know, trying to figure out if you want to spend all this money to do the whatever with your friends. You know, maybe you guys have plans to do something or other. You know, something sociable. Go see you know, a show, you know, some live entertainment or something or other. So you just have to figure out, do you have the money? I'm going to have to say you're going to spend it anyway, just because of Jupiter being back there. You know, you just have to be careful of how much. That's all. Set a limit for yourself. That's all. So for Capricorn, on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your 6th house, trine Saturn, transiting in your 2nd house of Aquarius. So obviously this is the workplace and money. Okay, Mars in your 6th house of work. Okay, the kind of work you do, your co-workers, work schedule, all of that. Mars is retrograde here right now. You could be redoing, working on a previous job possibly that you held, or a client or something, or, you know, just, I want to say it could be a job from your past, though, even. Maybe somebody from your past may contact you about work that you've done in the past, okay? But a very nice trine to Saturn in your 2nd house of income just means that, you know, there's something going on here that's bringing in income. Like possibly a steady flow. There could be some kind of setup or arrangement that's going to be started here, okay? Maybe with this planet being retrograde, something slowed down. You know, the workflow slowed down, or information that you needed to complete something you didn't have. Excuse me. So maybe now, you know, you're able to move forward on something. Even though Mars is retrograde. But it's been in this area for so long that when it turns retrograde, sometimes it actually gives you something that was held up instead of the reverse. When a planet's retrograde, it usually slows things down. But in this case, I believe it's possibly giving you something that was delayed. Okay, on Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 12th house opposes Mars in Gemini in your 6th house. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your 12th house also opposes Mars in Gemini in your 6th house. So you've got these planets in Sagittarius in your 12th house that are getting ready to be like moving into your 1st house. But when they're in your 12th house, it's like it's kind of like where you're kind of taking it easy. You're recharging your batteries. You may have just come off a period of like socializing a lot or hanging out with your friends or doing a lot of things. And like publicly, you know, going in person and stuff to see your friends. So you need a break or whatever of some kind. But anyways, it's your downtime and it's your me time. Me, okay? 12th house, though, is many, many things. It is the house of secrets and confidences. The 6th house is the workplace and whatever, you know, there, again, your work schedule, co-workers, things like that. There could be something going on possibly, though, that maybe in regards to work or a co-worker that maybe you know about. You know, it is a secret. It could be even your secret. But, you know, it's not like it's going to, you know, really come out there. The thing is, these two planets in opposition, it does make you want to tell somebody exactly how you feel about them. But because it's happening in your 12th house, I'm going to say that you may accidentally stumble onto some kind of secret information about a coworker or even about anyone, okay? The 6th house is also the house of health. It's usually your health, though, okay? 12th house is the house of places of confinement, and the house of charity, okay? This is the house of people who are in like places like hospitals or prisons even, or are in nursing homes or are confined to their home for some reason or other, but it's usually due to health. So it could be something, maybe your health, you know, or someone else's. Maybe you are the only one that knows about this person and having possible health problems. But you're helping them in some way, or vice versa. There could actually be somebody helping you. It could be, could even be a coworker, but it could be anyone, okay, that is possibly helping you at this time. But I believe it's a secret for whatever reason, okay. On the first, when the opposition from Venus to Mars comes along, you know, it's really smooths things over in a way, you know what I mean? If you had any kind of little bit of agitation there from the opposition from Mercury to Mars, okay, so you could, you know, have some kind of arrangement that actually works well for you and someone else. This could be someone you work with, or just someone that you help in some way or other, okay, or vice versa, they help you, okay. On Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 12th house sextiles Saturn in your second house of Aquarius, and on Friday, December 2nd, I keep saying February, Venus in Sagittarius in your 12th house, also sextile Saturn in your second house. So there's something possibly going on behind the scenes, at work possibly, or if you're self-employed with a client that possibly doesn't want you to let anyone else know that maybe they're giving you a little bit more money than, or some kind of special treatment or something or other, okay? Because that seems to be what's going on here, that something's going on behind the scenes that's enhancing your income, okay, to the Saturn in your second house of income. So you could even be making some kind of an arrangement with someone, you know, maybe you're getting paid under the table, or